You're all such good souls. You're all in Supta Baddha Konasana. Good job. So if anybody doesn't feel like they're holy, because I call this the holy pose, just bring your hand to your chest and look over. Otherwise, since you're all there, or almost all there, everybody bring the soles of your feet together into Baddha Konasana. That's it. And then see if you can walk your feet as close up towards your buttocks as you can get them. And then press through your feet, glide your sit bones towards your heels to release your lower back. So if any time you feel that tension in your lower back, then just lift your knees up and then straighten your legs. And as I was just whispering to somebody a moment ago, this action of bringing the arms onto the chest, we're looking for the comfort zone, which is the forward bend. So Supta Baddha Konasana represents light in the body. You can start to feel a sense of global opening right from the pelvic floor all the way up to the upper chest. And to bring some comfort to the pose, we have to ignite the body with the breath. So let's all start to breathe together now. Let's take some slow, smooth inhales. In the early stages, feel the side, armpit, chest lifting. So feel the crease of the armpit, chest lifting through the inhale. Slow, smooth exhale. So go all the way to the end of that breath. Feel the breath pass through the lower belly area. Soften the belly. Slow, smooth inhale. Feel the side, armpit, chest lifting towards the sky. Start to feel the sternum in the front and the back body participating to lift the upper chest. Following through your exhale, make that exhale the same length as the inhale. Slow and smooth. Go a little more deeply with that next breath. Slow and smooth. Feel the chest lifting, rising, and floating on the inhale. Allow the collarbone to widen from the center out to the sides. Feel your inner shoulder blades start to look for each other in the back of the body. Following through each breath. Each inhale, allowing each moment of that breath to connect and fall into the next, like the waterfall. Slow, smooth exhale, starting to feel the rhythm of your breath. Pressing through your outer feet. Spread the toes wide. Lengthen your inner thighs towards your knees. Feel your inner thighs stretching, reaching, lengthening towards the knees. Keep actively spreading the toes wide. The toes are a secret pathway to the hips. So look for that space between that fourth and fifth toe. Feel that fourth toe stretch and widen away from the baby toe. And then feel that action as it translates up through the pelvis. Spread your toes wide. Breathe deeply. Let's all take our hands to our elbows and reach the elbows up and overhead. lower belly area. Take the elbows back down and change the length of your hands to your elbows. Reach the elbows up and overhead. So feel the armpit chest lifting and rising, floating on the inhale. Continue that sense of lifting through the upper chest as you follow through the exhale. Start to connect with that sense of letting go now. That natural release that comes through the exhale. Breaths here. See if you can soften the body to receive the breath. Soften your body and receive that next breath. Like a light of energy to the body, letting go of whatever you need through that exhale. Whatever you don't need through the exhale. See if you can notice how softening the body, softening the facial muscles, softens the mind. Elbows back down and gently release your forearms. Let's inhale and just lift your knees up to center. Take your feet hip width apart. Let's press through the feet and gently lift your buttocks. So you don't need the buttocks to lift super high. Just find your feet. Look for the four corners of the feet and then press your feet to the floor. Lengthen your sits bones towards your shins. Feel your tailbone get longer and longer. Breathe deeply. Full body breaths. Come on in, honey. So press your feet to the floor. Lift the backs of the thighs up. Lengthen your sits bones towards your shins. Press through your heels. Feel the outer buttocks cheeks draw in. So this action we talk about often. You want to feel the head of the femur bones rotate. So you want to rotate around the head of these femur bones, right at the top here. So see if you can feel your action of the outer femur bones rotating around. And let's release the hips down. Wherever you want to go, you're good to go. And let's drop the knees over to the right. And let's come up, everybody. Take a child's pose. We extend the arms long, and if you find that your head is barely touching the ground or blocking, please take a walk underneath your head like I have done, and then extend your arms long. If you can start to reach those arms And make them longer and longer. Spread your hands wide. So open your fingers, spread your hands, and feel what it's like for the hands to really open and spread. See if you can feel your hand knuckles. And then roll the creases of the inner elbows up towards the sky to create that action of rotating the shoulders out. So it's an external rotation right up in the shoulder area. The creases of the inner elbows roll up, but we're pressing actively through our palms. Pushing our hips down to our heels. So if your hips are flying high, meaning your hips are not on your heels, this is a good time to take something underneath your buttocks. Unfortunately, this isn't the greatest blanket in the world, but you'll see even this will help. Does that feel better? It does, doesn't it? If you need a bolster, let's just see how it goes. And it's only a thought. If it doesn't work, does that feel better? It doesn't. Breathe deeply. See if you can push your buttocks down to your heels and then start to feel the leg through your pelvis from your pubic bone up. Feel your armpit chest reaching towards your hands. And continue that lift collarbone area on your exhale. Feel the breath come into the lower belly area. Soften your belly, soften your hips. See if you can take your left sit bone to your right knee. Feel that sense of lifting your left kneecap up. So pulling that left kneecap up. Let's take the right sit bone to the left knee. See if you can drag your right sit bone over to the left knee. Use your inhale to lengthen through the side body, lengthen through the front, lengthen through the back. So both the front and back, the anterior and post, side body lengthen. So we feel that length coming from all four sides. Let's see if you can lift through your pelvis. Lift through the perineum. That's the space between your buttocks and your organ. If you can lift through your perineum, soften your hips on the exhale. Let's take the left hand and thread it underneath the right. Just turn your left ear down. Feel the armpit chest get long on that next breath. On that next inhale. Breathe deeply, everybody. Go for that deep breath. This is an incredibly therapeutic pose. We spend a lot of time in this pose before we enter the world. So it is a place of therapy, but it requires the breath. Let's take the left hand back to meet the right. Let's spread the right hand underneath the left. Turn your right ear down toward the floor. Inhale, let's feel the armpit chest get long, everybody. Feel those underarms reaching towards the front of your mat on the inhale. Slowly lift up through the table position. And let's do just a few spinal weight here since we're here. Everybody's complaining about being tight this morning. So just stick your buttocks up. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your belly up and see if you can, without bringing your shoulders up, lift your head and look slightly forward. So we create this sense of trying to draw the shoulders down and reach the sternum forward. So we're not using the neck. So feel this action. See if you can spread through the backs of your thighs, widening the backs of the thighs. And then let's tuck the tailbone in and under, rolling one vertebra at a time. Just release your head, look through your navel, lift the belly up, up, up. So we're focusing on stretching the lower back, not just the upper spine. See if you can lift the right side of your belly. Let's lift the left side of your belly. Now lift the center of your belly. Breathe deeply here. Feel that stretch come into the lower back. And then let's release. Take your sits bones back up, rolling one vertebra at a time. Draw your shoulders down away from the ears. And look up. And let's start to move through the spinal waves to the rhythm of your own breath. So try not to move quickly. Try to move nice and smoothly from beginning to end. And when you notice you're speeding up, that's your area of weakness. See if you can slow down. So try to hit every vertebrae. And then start to pause in between each breath, each spinal wave. Just notice that pause. Good job, everybody. Good. And then let's just come back to that first spinal wave where we're sticking our buttocks up. Have your shoulders down and roll the creases of your inner elbows forward. Let's tuck the toes in and under. Lift your hips nice and high, downward dog. And let's lift our heels now and come up onto the balls of the feet to try and lift the hips and pelvis as high as you can. Now drop your shoulders right down away from your ears. This is difficult to do. If you can let your head hang, shoulders away from the ears, elbows straight. So see if you can straighten your arms, rolling the creases of those inner elbows forward. Don't lift your shoulders up. Then start to take those heels down. Keep your hips as high as you can. So take your time. And then once you've got your heels down, as far as you can, lift your kneecaps like crazy. Make sure your outer feet are parallel so the toes are turning in. Lift your kneecaps, lift your kneecaps, lift your kneecaps. See if you can lift your upper thighs now. And take your outer heels down to the floor as you lift your hips up. Sits bones down towards the heels. Hips up, kneecaps up. See if you can straighten those legs even more. Now pull your hips back. And let's walk the hands to the feet. And everybody, let's take our blocks here. So that if you cannot get your hands on the floor with your legs straight, I want you to start to come up. So if you're like this and your knees are bent, I want you to start by by straightening your legs to begin with and turning your feet so your outer feet are parallel. And then let's bring the hips on top of the knees on top of the ankles. Okay? So everybody, if your legs are not straight, lift your toes. Lift your toes. That's it. Now feel how those kneecaps are lifting. Lift those kneecaps up, up, up. Lift your upper thighs up, up, up. So keep your legs fully engaged and release the toes down without losing the action of the legs. So your hips are on top of your knees. And now let's start to focus on rolling the inner thighs in. And at the same time, pressing through the outer heels. So just do your best. Try to roll your inner thighs in at the top and press your outer heels down. And if you can, create that space from your pubic bone forward because you want to facilitate this action of the hinge at the crease of the hip. You want to fold right at this hip crease. But the belly is lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Breathe deeply, everybody. Let your breath lead the effort. Lift those kneecaps. Create the sense of lengthening your legs from inside, from the bone. So we're pressing through the outer heels, but we're also lifting up through the thighs, the kneecaps, the hips, the perineum. Good job, everybody. Let's bend the knees. See if you can drop your chest right on top of your thighs. Take your middle index finger to your big toes. Just do what you can. Drop your chest onto those thighs and then draw your elbows out. Release your head, lifting your toes up. Create that sense of drawing your thighs away from each other and your sit bones together. Good job. Let's release and slowly come up here. Good, everybody. And we're going to use the ropes. So it's a slow start. If you haven't used the ropes, don't worry, I'll come over to you if you don't get it the first time, okay? Not to worry. Everybody, I want you to take your bolster and have your bolster forward for your hands for downward dog. So we're going to take our ropes like so, and then we're going to cross the ropes, so cross one rope over the other. Just hold your rope. Okay, everybody. And now let's take that left hand, and put your right foot through that left rope. That's it. And then let's turn away from the wall. You got it, Courtney. Turn towards me, other way. You got it. First time. And then left foot through the rope. So that's your...
Yeah. No, that's my right. Should be my left.
Hold on this. So left, no, left foot, right foot through this left side.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then turn away from the middle. And then left foot through this rope. That girl. Woo. Good. Okay. Then take your hand ready. So you can lean away from the wall to keep the ropes up. And then just bend your knees. And we're working to take the heels to the wall. And keep your hip width apart. So don't have your heels too high, sort of midway. And then watch. Take your hands to the bolster and push the bolster away. Push the bolster away. Under your hands. Push the bolster away. This will help you to open your chest. So have hands on the bolster. Got it, girl. There we go. Good. You got it. Nice and done. You're right. Yeah. Good. So we have the advantage of the bolster opening the chest a little further for us. See if you can all press through your heels and feel the armpit chest stretch toward the hands. Pulling up through your kneecaps. Let's all breathe deeply. Full body breaths here. Breathe deeply. Start to let your mind go. Good, everybody. And then we're going to bring the forearms to the floor. Just move your bolster off to the side unless you need your bolster and drop your head. Breathe deeply, everybody. Drop your head, drop your head, drop your head. That's it. Let your head hang. You're enjoying yourself, linger please and enjoy the breath. You're welcome to sit on the floor, okay? But it is definitely a little bit easier to do these poses with a little bit of elevation. Good job, everybody. And just bring your hands to the side if you can. See if you can flex your feet. So this is harder than it looks, so try to be a little bit patient, but it's very therapeutic. Reach through your heels. So when I say spread the toes, you can see I can barely open and spread my toes, and I've been at it for a long time. But just do your best to at least create some widening through your feet and toes. Spread your toes. And let's start to feel that sense of lifting through your right kneecap. So this is challenging. Lift your right kneecap. Easier said than done. I cannot begin to tell you how important the knees are. We hear about, so we want to feel, just pull that kneecap up. So you see how I go like this? Because my legs are really so dense and unresponsive that I need to create sensation. So just try to pull up through your thigh, up through your kneecap. So really use your hand and drag your hand up. feel that action more and more? I don't even want to say this to you. See if you can take your hand and push down through your femur bone as much as you can. Push down, try to drop that thigh down. Push it down, reaching through the heel. And now here comes the real hard part. So let that thigh drop and see if you can lift up through your pelvis.
And also lifting up from the kneecap.
The kneecap is already lifted. It's
lifted.
It's lifted, the upper thigh is lifting, and we're dropping the femur bone down. And then we add the perineum of lifting through the perineum. Lift through the pelvis. Make that heel long. Push through flex your foot, girls. Girls to the back, flex your foot. Yes. Release. So keep lifting through the kneecap. See how you did. See if you can lift your right leg off the ground without leaning back. See if you can start to feel the hip. Yes. So that's what we're working on, right? Truly. Lift your leg. Release the right leg down. Thank God there's only two sides. I know. So if the kneecap hurts, actually hurts, at home, gently, very gently, you can move your kneecap up and down and from side to side. It will really help to release it. And you'll start to notice if your knee is really bothering you consistently, the kneecap will not move in a certain direction. So that's when you start to gently try to create that movement. You see, when I mean gently, very gently, kneecaps are fragile, they're a weak link almost. All right, other side. So that's spread the toes. So truly, these toes are a ticket to the hips. God did not put more tiny nerves and bones in the hands and feet for just no reason at all. They're there for a reason. And it has a lot to do with the rest of the body. So the big toe is connected to the quadricep muscle. So the minute you spread your toes and start to really reach through your toe knuckles and stretch up, you start to feel the legs get more alive. Now see if you can lift the left kneecap. So Dandasana is all about lifting those kneecaps and making those heels long. Try to make that left leg longer and longer. Make it as long as the right leg. Lifting up through that left kneecap. Lift up, that's it. Courtney's got it, so she's understanding that it really helps to create sensation and resistance. Lift up through the kneecap, reach through the heel. Try to make that left leg long. Really make it long. You start to feel the sense of working from the bone, right? Important because it lets you know you've started to penetrate through the different layers of connective tissue. There's 7. The bone is living. And you want to get to the bone. It's this superficial movement that makes us old, right? Because we are no longer wrapping the muscles around the bone. So my teacher says, adhere the muscle to the bone. She's a global warming scientist. I think I like to follow what she says. She says it's youth, right? So feel that thigh get tight, feel that kneecap lift, making your legs long. So make those, hold those legs long. Let's lift the left leg off the ground. I know, hard to do, right? Just do what you can. Arm yoga, left, right, left, right, left. I don't know where that came from. That's right, she's looking ridiculously happy over there.
My hips hurt.
Yeah. Yes. We're feeling them, right? Is everybody feeling something happening? Something's going on here? Oh, great job. Yes. Cool, eh? Okay, so we'll get there. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. So let's take the left leg out and bend the right leg. And let's look at that left leg and decide to make it longer and longer. So flex the foot. So I was born with very short legs. So today I'm going to make this left leg longer and longer. To try to make that left leg longer, reach through the center of the heel. Go Make that left leg long. Inch that heel further and further. Go as far as you can. That's it. So she shifted, because what she did was she created space in the crease where the leg and buttocks meet, right? You're trying to spread through the back of that left thigh, flex that left foot, reach through the heel, and now here comes the fun part. See if you can lean on that left thigh. So I could not even lean. I was so inflexible that I could actually not lean on my leg. If you're there, I understand. Use a bolster or a block to try and press that thigh down. Make that thigh go down, and then make the left leg longer and longer. Push that thigh down, girls. Push it down. See if you can spread the back of that left thigh. It's unusual work. I know if you've never been here before, it's unusual work, but it truly works. Now see if you can lift your belly up and over that left thigh. Feel that pelvic floor get open. That's it. Push that left thigh down. Make that left leg longer and longer. Good. So not too close to the knee. You know, we want to be close to the hip. And we're pushing that thigh down. Good job, girls. And then let's take that left hand and slide it down that left leg. Reach your right arm straight up. Up, up, up. Flex your left foot. Make your left leg long. So see what happens when you press that left leg down? You pop up and out of the ligaments and joints. Make your left leg long. Lift your left kneecap. Press the thigh down. If you need to sit on a bolster or some more height, feel free. And let's take that right hand as far over to the left as we can. That's it. So lift up. Press the left thigh down. Breathe deeply. Full body breaths. Stretch that right arm even further. Push to the left heel. You'll feel like $1 million at the end, I promise. And let's slowly come up. Good. The same God, you only have to do the other side. Straighten your right leg, and let's bend the left leg. So look at your right leg, flex your foot. Maybe open that right sits bones. You can spread the back of that thigh the best that you can, and then flex the foot. So if you're really tight, this is my way tighter hip, this is really hard just to flex the foot, right? But try to flex your foot and start to lift through that right kneecap. Pull that kneecap and thigh up. So this really does help. Pull it up. You want to strengthen the muscles around the kneecap. You really do, because knees are a weak link, and you don't want to have knee troubles because they will mean eventually the hips, maybe you got knee trouble from your hips, who knows, but they're all connected. So look after each and everything. Lift that right kneecap up, making that right leg longer and longer. Go girls, make it long, push through the heel. Push, everybody give it a push. Push through that heel. So once we acknowledge that we're starting to lengthen that right leg, working right inside, let's press that thigh down. So let's start to focus on, as we lift the kneecap up, dropping the femur bone down. Push that thigh down. You'll notice it doesn't want to go down, right? It just doesn't want to go. But we're going to ask it nicely. Femur bone, drop. Drop down, please. Drop that femur bone down. And now start to lift up through your pelvis. Good, girls. That was nice. It was like a wave. Everybody came up for a moment, up for a breath of fresh air. So lift through your pelvis, drop that thigh down, make that right leg longer and longer. Lift, lengthen, and look ridiculously happy. Push that thigh down. So it takes time. Can you acknowledge how long it takes? But it's highly effective time. I'm going to tell you something else. David Suzuki does these great studies. I followed him for many decades. And he talks a lot about the mind in his studies in one way or another. So I can assure you, what you're doing now, the stillness and working on your body actually recreates and recharges the creative juices in the mind. And that's what gives you passion and joy for things. And we very rarely are sort of just in the present, in this quiet state. And this is a great place for not just your body, but your mind as well. And you will feel so much more joy and passion at the end. It just seems to flow. It's like a juice. And David Suzuki talks about, creativity and stillness. And how that creative juice doesn't really happen unless we are still. Without. So now that we've lingered, thank yourself. Let's take the stretch. So feel how the right leg is starting to connect to the earth. So use the resistance of Mother Earth and take that opportunity. Let the breath lead the effort. Lengthen that right leg, girls. Make that right leg longer and longer. That's it. Go for it. Go for it. Just reach through that leg. So you can start to feel the action from the bone. It's youth in a jar. When you start to adhere those muscles to the bone, that's what goes so terribly wrong for us all. You can go a little further. Enjoy your breath. Let's all breathe together now, just a few togethers. Let's inhale, feel the chest, lift and rise, press your right thigh down, and then lift up for your exhale. Explore what that means, yeah. Lift through the exhale. Breathe deeply, full body breaths, breathe, breathe, breathe. Then slowly come back up, nicely done. Feel the release of all that work. Good job, girls. So let's extend the left leg long. So again, if you need to sit a little higher, because this is a bit of a challenging pose, hold your blanket and come up a little bit. Like so, if you feel you need to. Because again, we're still working from Upavista, but let's take the bolster on top of the thighs. And just start in the beginning stages, see if you can flex your feet and make those legs longer and longer. So a lot of us have a bit of the dead cowboy look. See if you can take your toes straight up. So the back of the thigh is truly flat. Now if you are hypermobile in your legs and your knees, be aware that you want to have your knees ever so slightly bent. It's a difficult chore, I understand. And sometimes you need to place something underneath the backs of the legs. A little blanket or a couple of socks. But let's start to make those legs longer. Make those legs longer. Grow your legs. Lift your kneecaps, spread your toes wide. And now here we go. See if you can press that bolster down, drop those thighs down. Push the thighs down. That's it. Push them down, reach through your heels. And then let's start to lift up through the pelvis, lift up through the perineum. Lift, lift, lift. If you can spread through the backs of those thighs. So widen that crease. I know it's way harder than it looks. Widen that crease where the leg and the buttocks meet, from the inner to the outer thigh. Make those legs longer and longer. So feel the height coming into your pelvic floor. That's it, girls. Drop those thighs down, lift your pelvis up. Now here's some fun for you. See if you can take your left sits bone to your right knee. So drag that left sits bone to the right knee. Oh, I just got a little release. Now take your right sits bone over to your left knee. Flex your feet, lift your kneecaps. So take that right sits bone to the left knee. Yes. Woo-wee. Lift up through your pelvis, everybody. Drop the thighs down. Look ridiculously happy. This is a blessing. You're opening your pelvis, lengthening your hamstrings. Good job. Let's take the bolster off to the side. Keep your right sit bone down, and then stretch over to the left. Make that left leg longer and longer. Make the right leg longer and longer. So don't let this right hip lift. So the more you reach to that right heel, the more you can feel that right hip ground down. So do exactly that. Pad your ankles, pad your heels. They even show that laying your head on the bare floor versus laying your head on the blanket reduces blood pressure. So we always think these tiny things don't matter, but they actually really do matter. Yeah, so love yourself a little. That's a very nice remark you gave to yourself, right? Take a moment out. That's why we're here. That's why I said to play. Walk around. Give yourself a drink if you need to. Make those legs longer and longer. So we feel the lingering effect, right? We can feel that lingering has a beneficial effect. And it's work. You can feel the eye joke, the kundalini rising. You can feel the heat coming from inside the body. And that's how you want to create your energy from the inside. Good job, everybody. Then slowly come up. And let's come over to the other side. So we reach through that left heel, lift that left knee. Don't let your left hip lift as you come to the right. Reach through your heels, make those legs long. That girl. And you could even sit higher. I know that sounds a little crazy, but you want to feel that sense of openness, if there's such a thing. You're getting there. That's exactly what you stay there. I'll get there. You will not get there if you say the opposite, I can assure you. It's all about the mind. It's a very good way to phrase things. When I go to workshops with my teacher, someone will complain about this or that, and they'll say, oh, my knee hurts. And he'll say, well, think of it as a blessing that there's 1,000 other things in your body that don't hurt, right? So it's really the way you look at it. That's it, stretching, making those legs long. Good job here, we're almost done. One more, push for the cause, lengthening those legs, reaching through your heels. Feel how those muscles get tighter to the bone. The icing on the cake is that your legs will look nice and shapely. Alright, let's all come up. Now, just to protect the knees, take your hands behind the legs and lift the legs up. And we're going to take our feet together into Baddha Konasana. But this time, we're going to come onto the ground. So you all may or may not love this, but it's my new favorite pose. See if you can here, bring your buttocks as close to your heels as you can. And you can see I have the advantage of a little height underneath my hands to really lift. And then grip. Grip those feet. Okay, your legs up. Okay. You move your legs up. Legs up a little. Or child's pose. Either one, honey. See how you go there. So, see if you can lengthen from your pubic bone up through your lower ribs. I understand. She's joking. She said maybe too much coffee. So y'all know I gave up.
Oh, I thought you said she needed coffee.
No.
No.
I don't need it. No, she's had enough. And I understand. So press your heels together, ladies. And see if you can reach as far forward as you can. Press those elbows to your legs. Push your knees down. Push those knees down. That's it. Great. Try and bend your elbows and push your elbows in. You're just going to hang there, all right? You're just going to hang out. So I was just saying I gave up caffeinated coffee. I'm still drinking decaf coffee like it's going out of stock. It's ridiculous, but it is my love and addiction, and I have to cut it out. My teacher once said, of these addictions that we all have, look what it does to you. Try and look inside and see what it does to you. And I was like, you know, it does not bring out the best in me when I've had 4 cups of caffeinated coffee. It just doesn't. It's getting out.
So you switched to decaf?
So I switched to decaf.
Oh, well, that's my poison as well. Coffee.
Yeah. So I switched to decaf. And, you know, I really did not think that I could do it, but it was actually at the ashram. I've done it every year for like 25 years. I've tried to give up coffee, and one of my girlfriends said, why don't you just try it? Because, you know, people say drink tea, but tea doesn't do it for me. The smell of the caffeine and the joy of drinking the coffee with my mom first thing in the morning as I grew up just became just such a love. So I'm going to tell you the irony of this. From drinking coffee for so many decades, when I drink a decaffeinated cup of coffee, it has almost the same effect. My brain thinks it's a cup of coffee and rises to the occasion. So give it a shot. And the beauty of this is that I don't have the jitteriness, I don't have as much stomach issues. All right, here we go, girls, here we go. So we're finishing up here. So now that we've been here for a while, just see if you can lift up, lift into the back bend, pull up, pull as high as you can. So grab your feet and lift, arms straight. That's it. Pull up. Yes. It's a little bit different, eh? Press your heels. So my teacher, when he gets new students and their knees are like this, he tells them practice this pose and come back in 2 years. So that's how important the pose is. Truly, it affects everything. And to linger in this pose while I'm chit-chatting is a great thing for you all. You know, just have a little bit of stillness. Be with your hips. And let's take the happy bolster to the left. And I'll demonstrate. Because it took me a good 5 times to kind of pick up this pose, all right? I didn't quite get it. But see if you can, the reason my bolster is here is when I lean over to the left completely, and I lift my right knee to do that, so I bring the leg over to the left, I can't really surrender onto the leg. So this is where I take my happy bolster, and I can actually lean on it, and it's really comfortable. So try and get it underneath your armpit. Dig it and curl it right up into the highest, that's it, right in the armpit area, do your best. And then the elbow is far forward. So you want to come and bring your torso forward, but take your head back. You're good. If you want to come up and join us, you can. And all I want you to do, honey, is bring your blankets to the wall and then just lean against the wall. resting Baddha. So just slide both blankets, both 1, 2, yeah, 2 blankets, one on top of the other. Good. And just come and sit. Now see if you can take your left sit bone to your right knee. And just bring the bolster on top of your legs. That's it. And just bring your arms on top of the bolster. Good. So take your left sit bone over to your right knee and try to drop that right knee down. No, you're just leaning to the wall. Your hands up, yeah. Okay, girls, see if you can take your right sit bone over to your left leg, whatever that means. Drop that knee down. Lift through your pelvis, everybody. You're just leaning. And or I can put you in a child's pose right there. Okay, cool. Lift through your pelvis. And then let's slowly lift back up. Good job, ladies. So let's swing the bolster over to the other side. So again, my mistake the first 5 times I did this was I didn't come over to a point where I was actually letting go. You know what I mean? I was kind of trying to hang onto something. Maybe my controlling personality was not really getting it. And then lean into the bolster. That's it. Lean, lean, lean. So let me help you out. Here, lean. So see if you can. Forget about the bolster. Lean over as far to the right as you can. So right over. There we go. Lean, lean, lean. Let's take this. Lift your arm over to your chest. Now lean again. There. And grab both arms. That's it. Coming forward. Head back. You got it. Feel the difference? So let yourself surrender. You're taking your right sit bone to your left knee. So you would be like me, you need a chair for your head. Just go. Okay. See if you can take your left sit bone to your right knee. And just release the bolster off to the side. We're just going to take the left leg back, so we're on your right hip, and open your right shin so that it's parallel to the front of the mat. Just swing your left leg back. Girl. And try and focus on your right leg. Don't worry so much on the left. So you're on your right hip. No, 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 no. Be on your right hip. That's it. Now look that your hip and your knee are in line. So if your knee is way forward, take your leg out. That's it. And then flex your foot. So you have 90 degrees, 90 degrees. And then we're starting to take that right elbow and shoulder over toward the arch of that right foot. So same thing. See if you can lean and try to inch your right shoulder over towards the right foot. That's it. So everybody look at your right hip and make sure it's in line with the knee. Good. You like that little straight hip? Almost. So we'll bring it underneath the, yes. Got it. And then we need a block for your head or 2 blocks for your head. Good job, everybody. Try and get your right shoulder over to the arch of the right foot. Maybe take your left leg back a little further. Inch your right shoulder over again. And then try and look up slightly. Good job, everybody. Just a few more breaths. Flexing that right foot, reaching through that right heel. And then let's slowly start to make our way up here. So keep your right leg roughly where it is. You're in this, walk the right foot in. So just do what you can. Let's bring the left leg over the right. Flex your left foot, flex your right. Try and stop your knees, just do what you can. So this is where sometimes it really helps to sit on something. We're not here for a long time, so if you feel that sitting on something helps, we're trying to drop that knee down. That's it, you got it. So we just want to feel the hips, right? So see if you can lift your pelvis. Lift, lift, that's it. Lift up. Lift, lift, lift. Lift through your perineum, everybody. Try to really lift through that perineum area. Is it a knee pop? Try to keep your mind still, focusing on breathing, enjoying this moment, knowing that a lot more is going inside. And then let's swing around and go to the other side. So just take your left leg, make it so the front of the shin is parallel to the front of the mat. Flex your left foot, knee in the hip or line. So if the knee is forward or the hip is out, try to line the joints, and then let's start to take that left shoulder over to the left foot. So again, you can use your bolster if this helps. It actually does for me on this side. Thanks, Courtney. And see if you can walk your right leg back. Flex your left foot. Feel your chest lift and rise on both the inhale and the exhale. Breathe deeply, everybody. Full body breaths. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Try to enjoy your breath. over the right. Try to flex your feet. So you can see this is just as challenging for me. But it does help to sit on something if you're really at a point where, you can't even really sit down. That's where you want to sit. So try and drop your sit bones down. Have your feet flexed. This helps to engage the shin, protect your knees. And then lift up through your pelvis. Everybody, lift through your pelvis. Let your breath really transform. This is what the breath does. The mind isn't really running this. The mind takes a back seat, and just see if you can just let your thoughts go and allow your breath to completely take over inside. Feel the breath travel through the body. Feel it reach your fingers and toes. We have to soften in order to receive that breath. And then immediately we start to feel this pathway start to travel through the body and things start to release and let go as we create space. Lifting from our sits bones. Feel small little changes, things over time will let go. But we're so impatient with the body, especially the pelvis and hips. So we can appreciate what we've just done for ourselves, just taking a moment out and letting the hips start to release instead of actively have to support while we sit like so. Good job. So gently take your right leg back. And let's come and take your blanket down underneath your knees. Everybody take your blocks and just have your blocks nearby. And let's bring your knees onto the blanket. One of my favorite all-time pose. Let's step the block out to the right. And just step your left foot out to the left. And reach your left arm up and overhead. They won't mind. Good job. See if you can lift up through your pelvis even higher. That's a good job. Take your pelvis forward, opening through the arm of the chest. Press your left heel. See if you can feel that outer left buttocks cheek drop in. Right arm up, look up, and let's take the right hand over to the left. Breathe deeply, everybody, full body rest. Lift your belly, lift, lift, lift. If you can take that right hand even further. So we've done a lot today to try and open and lengthen the spine from the hip to the underarm. This is a double back bend / twist for the spine. It's a lateral twist. Hugely healthy. because we're here, let's take the blocks with us and just step your back forward. And try and drop your hips down. Notice how I have my knee on top of my ankle. So stack your joints and drop your hips. Stack your joints and drop your hips. See if you can squeeze your inner shoulder blades together in the back. Exactly. Just try and drop your hips. Press through that right foot. So think about lengthening through the instep of that inner right ankle. Drop your hips. Let's take the hands behind the hips, onto the hips, and push your hips down. Squeeze your inner shoulder blades together, lift through your upper chest. So push your hips down. That's it. Try to drop those hips. And then let's reach the arms up overhead, interlace your palms. Take those arms back behind the ears, that's it. Drop your hips, girls come forward, that's it. Drop those hips. Arms even further back. So all back bends. Let's take the hands down. Nicely done, everybody. And let's slowly straighten that left leg. Lift your left toes. Spread them. Lift your left kneecap. Lift your upper thigh. Lift, lift, lift. That's it, guys. Good job. And then let's come forward one more time. And let's tuck the right toes in and under for the lunge. Let's lift the right knee off the ground. Let's reach back to the right heel. Try to spread through those right toe knuckles. So feel the toe knuckles and then spread through those toe knuckles. Try to lift the top of the right thigh up into the back. Nicely done. So think about lengthening your inner right heel back. Good. Very nice. Let's drop the right knee down. Good job, girls. Let's step the left foot back to the right. And let's take the block over to the left. And reach your right hand up and over. So press that outer right heel to the ground and stretch that right hand in the opposite direction. Good. Take your hips forward and open your chest. Let your breath lead the effort. Breathe, 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 everybody. So pelvis forward, lift your belly. Stretch, 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 stretch. See if you can draw that outer right buttocks cheek in. That's it. So this looks easy, but it's hugely beneficial. And let's slowly lift back up. Good job. Reaching up. So with the toes tucking in and under, it makes it even a deeper stretch for the quadricep, but if the top of the foot is too tight, I understand. And let's come over to the other side. Breathe deeply, everybody, full body breath. So this right hip is dropping in and down and coming forward. It's tucking in and under. So see if you can take your right sit bone over to that left knee. That's it. Pull that right sit bone to the left knee. Lift your belly. Breathe deeply if you can. Full body breaths. Just a few more. Breathe, everybody. Lift your armpit chest. And then stretch on the exhale. And then let's slowly come back up. God. So all this tension, you can feel how we stretch tension out of the body, literally. And that's why you feel so great after the yoga class. Most of the time. Let's step the right back home, girls. So try to stack your joints, your knee on top of your ankle, and then you can see my arms are pretty short here. I'm walking my blocks back so they're underneath the shoulders, and then squeeze your inner shoulder blades together. Drop the hips. So the two actions together are really hard, right? It's easy to do the lower half or the upper half, but to do both is tough. And this is what we want to do. We want to feel those inner shoulder blades come in towards each other in the back, create that with an opening through the collarbone area, connecting that outer collarbone to the back of the shoulder blade. Back muscles, and we often don't even have this opening in the chest. So look at it as an enjoyable challenge. That's what my teacher says. An enjoyable challenge. Squeeze your inner shoulder blades together. Drop your hips a little more. See if you can pull that right sit bone to the left knee. So we don't want this outer buttocks cheek sticking out. We want the head of the femur bone in and rotating. We want to rotate around the head of that right femur bone. And then let's take the arms up. Interlace your palms, arms behind the ears. Good job, everybody. Woo. Arms back. So squeeze your inner shoulder blades together. Drop your hips down. Open your armpit chest. It's so good for the breast tissue, female or male. You're opening the armpit chest. Number 2 is in the center. That's very nice, girls. Let's all come down. Good job. Let's straighten the right leg. Give ourselves a bit of a break here. So lift your right kneecap to strengthen. Lift the upper thigh. Outer right buttocks cheek is in. So try to rotate around that right femur bone, around the head, right here. Spread your toes. Reach through your heel. Lengthen that right leg. Make your right leg longer and longer through that heel. And then let's come forward one more time. Let's tuck those left toes in and under and lift the left knee for the happy lunge. See if you can press your right heel down and reach your inner left heel back. Lift the top of the left thigh up, up, up. Lengthen through your inner left ankle. Everybody look ridiculously happy because we are almost done here. And I thank you all because I truly have to do this myself and it's really not that much fun doing it on your own. So I appreciate you all. So lift that left thigh, feel the opening. You'll notice how much easier it is to walk on your way out. Good job. Let's drop the left knee down. Let's take the right leg up. And just flush the body here. Let's take the hands forward for a nice, easy downward dog. So tuck your toes in and under. Lift your hips. Outer heels down. Shoulders away from the ears. And you can see I always take a look at my hands and feet to look at the placement. Because otherwise imbalance that naturally arises inside. We want to take that imbalance away. That's what we're recreating here as something new and more unified. Outer heels down, kneecaps lift. Pull your hips and pelvis back and up, guys. Shoulders away from the ears. Good job. Let's drop the knees down. We're going to come onto the back here. And just draw your thighs into your chest. Let's rock from side to side, releasing through your lower back and hips. And let's open your arms out to the T position and just drop your knees to the left here. Take your left hand on top of your right thigh. Let's inhale, lift the chest. So feel the chest pull away from the pelvis. And as you exhale, gaze to your right. So feel the inhale, lift that right arm and chest. But as you exhale, lift even further through the collarbone area. The right ribs are drawn down into the left ribs as we look to the right. So if you want to test out how much your hamstrings opened during class, feel free to straighten your right leg and look to engage the big toe with your middle and index finger. Only if this feels right. Try to keep your knees together. And this right sit bone is dropping down. So taking that right sit bone to the left knee. Lift through your pelvis, everybody. Release that right leg and lift your knees up through center and pull over to the right. Let's take the right hand on top of the left leg. Inhale, lift your chest. And feel the chest pull away from the pelvis. Lift through your belly, your sternum, your armpit chest, back of the belly. Don't give up on the exhale. Try to lift even further back. Taking those left ribs in towards the right, lifting through the armpit chest. Just letting the breath create magic inside the body. And we feel the magic that comes from yoga. There's no doubt that we feel some great impact. Nothing short of miraculous, magical. So if you want to straighten that left leg and catch your middle and index finger around the big left toe, keep your knees together, inner thighs together. And this left sits bone is working to the right knee. Lift through your pelvis. Try and take your right sits bone to your left knee. Lift through your pelvis. Let's all slowly release. So lift your knees back up to center. And now to remove the memory of the twist, everybody straighten your legs, flex your feet, reach through your heels. Let's interlace the palms and reach your palms overhead. Push out through your palms, but like we've been doing all day. Reach through those legs. Make those legs longer and longer. Let's stretch the spine in two different directions. Let the breath remove any small imperfections in the spine. and working at that deep level. Everything is conscious of the other. Aware, sharing the love. Just relax your legs now and take your arms down to the side, tuck your shoulders in and under. And just take a moment here. So take that moment and really tuck your shoulders in and under. And then allow yourself just to surrender into this moment of stillness. Try to allow the mind to be still and aware. Allow the body to be still. The mind. Bring the mind to the center of the forehead, the third eye. Separate the two halves of the forehead. Allow that right side of the forehead to fall down and over to the right. And now allow the left side to fall down and over to the left. Soften the inner corner of the eyes. Let the eyes fall back and down. Soften the innermost corner of your ears, the innermost corner of the ears, softening that area, letting that area release. Belly, and gently draw your knees to your chest. Just take that palm rock, just rocking from side to side, releasing through your lower back and hips. And then let's come over to one side and just make your way up into an easy seated position. Reach your arms up overhead. See if you can feel that length lifting from your sits bones. And then as you take your hands to prayer, thank yourself for creating that length. You worked hard to achieve that length, so give yourself a moment